is a piece that I made in Harlech a couple of weeks ago on the residency. Basically, I was working with on prime canvas in one of the tents that we had here, and I was interested in two things really. First of all, the idea of Toledo, which was a place that Rainer Maria Rilke, the poet, had visited, and I read a piece of text where he talked about the mountain and the bridge and the tower in Toledo. So I was kind of interested in the fact that he'd been there and he talked about these objects. And I was also interested in working on site here, outside on the ground. It was very wet when I was here, so I was working on prime canvas with Conte crayon and chalk and some acrylic paint, and really kind of improvising and responding partly to the physical conditions in terms of working. So there was kind of rainwater that affected the look of the piece. And basically the image is really a kind of response to those words, placing the idea of a tower or a mountain in an internal space. So it also becomes like a kind of poetic space, a mental space that was made within the work. And I think the physical characteristics are interesting, particularly now that it's outside and it's been weathering. So it becomes like a kind of fresco or a piece of peeling wallpaper, and it's got maybe a sense of time as well as kind of place. And so it's both about an imaginary place, which for the moment Toledo is an imaginary place for me because I've not been there. When I go in a couple of weeks, I'll actually make a piece there that will be a different sort of work because I'll be in the space. But it's also got a lot of the characteristics of this environment, in that it's been weathered and it's got a sense of surface, and now it's gradually changing over time as the rainwater changes it and the wind. And I like the fact that it's kind of sited out of doors and is affected by the place. So there's an unpredictability about the final piece that will change over time.